I have plenty of work on my desk, but there is opportunity that God gives us to go engage with people, and we need to take that opportunity. I grew up going to church. I accepted Christ when I was young. But when I went away to school, I went about 5 hours away from home, and I got to decide, like, do I want to go to church? Who is Jesus to me? And really defining my relationship with him. What does that look like? You know, it's not my parents, it's mine. Do I want to go to church? And wrestling with all that. And I did find a good group to attend and go to church with that I loved. But the journey was still like, I still don't know where I'm going, Lord. I don't know what this looks like. It was kind of like, I know I'm going to go to the big city of Portland when I graduate. Okay, Lord, what does that look like? I worked in retail for a while, and then God opened an opportunity to work in a tax office. And learned a lot of things, but still the journey of like, okay, where does marriage come into all this? Like, right, that's what we're supposed to do, right? Get married, have kids. How does that work into things? But I felt God just really brought me into a path of finding purpose. I was involved with youth ministry for a long time, and I really enjoyed the opportunity of working with junior high kids. Had a lot of fun, a lot of late nights, a lot of overnighters, silly games. But all that journey, too, of talking with these young women about where does God want me to go? And I'm like in the same journey. I'm like, I don't know where this is leading, but I know God has a path for me. He opened up for me opportunities to play volleyball. So volleyball has always been kind of a thread throughout my whole life. I got connected with like Portland Parks and Rec. Got involved with a church that was doing sports outreach through volleyball. Started doing some outreach there, playing volleyball. Then started playing Parks and Rec, playing twice a week, playing co-ed, playing women's. I've been playing that all these years. And then still during that journey, Lord, where are you taking me? Am I going to be single? I don't know. But I felt really contentment in where he was taking me and where he's leading me. And then he opened up doors for me to come to Multnomah. Like, totally was like, I know the HR director, can I give you my resume? And here I am 26 years later. And then God opened to me opportunities to coach volleyball out at a Christian high school, and just God filling my need of what did I need at the moment in my time in life, that I even coached here at Multnomah for a couple years. And then God brought my husband into my life, although I knew my husband for like 14 years before I got married. So you're like, what journey was that? I don't know, but God's timing in the path. And just trusting him, like I look back and see like, okay, God, you put people and positions and opportunities in my life to take me where you wanted me to go. I'm just like, God just opened doors after open doors after open doors. So trusting him for he knows what I need and what feeds my soul, and not even really recognize it until I look back and go, oh yeah, I really enjoyed that. And oh yeah, I saw how God like really opened a door for me. So looking back is just so much part of where our journey to be able to move forward. When I look at how my desire to serve fits into my job, I've always been involved with sports. So I played volleyball, I played softball, always enjoy being active and competing. And then the opportunity now to interact with students who are doing the exact same thing. Of course, I would have loved to compete in college had I been good enough, but been able to like interact with them at a level, like talking with them about their sports and talking about with the guys and the girls, like what's your stats and what are your goals for this week and who are you playing and where are you guys in your standings for the season, and just talking about things that are important to them. Like I had a student who was working with IT, so she's doing IT work, and she came to work on my computer. We just sat and talked for like 20 minutes about her track and field and what she loves about running, and just what her vision is of what she wants to do with that and what she sees the Lord doing in her life through track and field. And then I have these basketball players that are coming to me like, Debbie, I need help paying a bill, and how do I make it work in my finances? So we talk about that, but then, well, how's your class doing? How's that one class you were struggling with? And I know I had one student who had an accounting class, and I'm like, let's talk about that. How can I help you with that? Just be able to engage them in where and care about them. I care about what you're doing with your sports and what you're doing with school and what you're doing with life. The time is valuable, and I feel like building a relationship with students helps them feel comfortable when they have other issues to come talk about. So when I think about the statement I was made for and who I am and what I do, so I am an accountant. I see God has directed my path to be a CPA, which I got later in life, which I said I wasn't going to get when I was 20. So seeing how God has up my path to be an accountant, but also that I am made to serve, I also see that this is not what defines me. It's not that, oh, Debbie, you're the controller. That is how people might recognize me on campus or whatever, but is not who I am. So the opportunity I have to interact with students, to interact with staff, is more like, this is more of what I was made for. Like, the accountant gives me opportunity, but the time here on campus gives me who I was made for in the body of Christ. And we think about all these students that come through our doors, and we have such a short time with them. Is that opportunity that God has given me to talk with this one student, whether it be about finances or be about something that happened or be about their classes, I was made to be here at this time and place for that student at this moment. In 2 weeks, we may not even say hi, and I just want to be able to be available for where God says that is. And that is true outside of the campus, outside of Multnomah, where God has me in the grocery store, filling up my gas at the gas tank. I was made for more, and that is to be the light of Christ throughout everything I do. As I think about that statement, I think about God continually puts things in my life that I think, oh, look, he's stretching me further and continuing to show me about who I am and how he made me and how I relate to people. I was made for more in God's sight, more than what I see, here on earth. Not in the average person's view, but try to remember that I need to look at myself from God's view of what I was made for.